All right, let's now get you some breaking news that's coming in at this hour. India's Trade Minister Piyush Goyal is expected to travel to the United States on the 22nd of September. Now, this marks the first visit of the Indian Trade Minister to the United States after the Americans imposed 50% tariffs. Remember, this development has come after the United States and the Indian delegation held trade talks in New Delhi, where both sides have described the talks to be positive and forward-looking. On Thursday, the American president, during his state visit to the United Kingdom, had once again highlighted his very close ties with India and said that he's very close to the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He in fact made the remarks while referring to Europe's purchase of Russian oil and citing the example of his high tariffs on India. And to give us more updates on this, we are joined on this broadcast by WION's Siddhant. Siddhant, what is the latest on the story? What is the agenda of Piyush Goyal's visit to the United States?
Well, the big focus, of course, is to take forward the talks on the trade agreement. Remember that the visit comes exactly a week after we saw the U.S. negotiator traveling to Delhi. In fact, what is significant is that next week we'll see two Indian ministers, the trade minister, Piyush Goyal, and the foreign minister, the external affairs minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, being in the U.S. EM. Dr. S. Jaishankar will be for the UNGA, but he's expected to hold meetings with Marco Rubio, the U.S. Secretary of State, on the sidelines. He addresses the UNGA Assembly on 27th of September. But essentially, two key visits coming at a time when we know there are green shoots of recovery in the relationship. The Indian Prime Minister and the U.S. President held talks last week. As well, the U.S. President congratulated the Indian Prime Minister on his birthday. But these two visits are the first such visit by top Indian ministers since imposition of 50% tariffs by the Trump administration, of which 25% tariffs are because India has been importing Russian energy, but also in the backdrop of the H-1B visa restrictions that have been imposed by the U.S. government, by the Trump administration, that impacts Indians majorly, given the fact that almost over 70% of the beneficiaries of the H-1B visas are Indian nationals. So multiple things, including, of course, the Chabar waiver being revoked by the U.S. administration. Everything, of course, is expected to be part of the conversation when two top Indian ministers will be in the United States for conversations with their respective counterparts.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Siddhant, for joining us with all those updates then.